Hi viewers, I am Nadeem.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to the Farooq Academy. Today we will discuss chapter number 6, exercise 6A, book D2, Pythagoras theorem. Question number 1. So calculate the value of x in each case. In a part you can see that is your given diagram in which the unknown value to be calculated. Here is your 90 angle, that portion is your 5 and that one is your 8, and we have to find the value of x. So it should be noted that where 90 angle is formed, it should be noted that these two are connectively perpendicular and base, and the third one is your hypotenuse, which is represented by C. For example, that is your C hypotenuse, and the altitude is represented by A and base is represented by B. So we can give the name like as that is your C, because C opposite side will be small c, and here is B, so it will be bigger letter B, so you will get small b, and here you will get A. So A, B, C, here in opposite direction you will get small a. So these are the pattern how we can give the names. So here you can see here in this diagram the value of B is 5, the value of A is 8, and the value of C is x unknown. Since we have a Pythagoras theorem, by Pythagoras theorem, that is that is C square is equal to A square plus B square. So we have to find the value. So C is your x, so that is your x square. So the value of A is 8 square plus B, the value of B is 5 square, so you will get so add it, so you will get, so the value of x square is by adding you will get 989, so the value of x is 89 under root, so the value of x is 9.43. so that is your answer. Similarly, another symbol, you can see the given diagram, that is your B portion. Yes, in B portion you have been again given by the same type of diagram, that is your another triangle. Here once again the 90 angle, so this side is 14, this side is 5, and the other side is x. So once again I would like to repeat that this side, the 90 angle is your vertical base and your perpendicular or altitude exist in adjacent point. So that is your adjacent point, the 90 angle. So it means that is your B, that is your altitude. If you rotate the triangle, that is altitude is represented by A, and that is your C. So you can give the name, that is your B, this vertex will be your A, and that will be your B. That will give you the C side. So you can say that since by Pythagoras theorem, you can see here the value of B is 5, the value of A is x, and the value of C is 14. Since by Pythagoras theorem C square is equal to A square plus B square, so you have to find the value of A. So therefore A square is equal to C square minus B square. So putting the values, A is your x and C is your 14 and B is your 5. So simplify it, you will get 14 into 14, you can say that 196. So subtract it, you will get the value of x, that is 171. So the value of x is 13.1. so that is your required result. Now coming to the next part, that is your C part. Again another triangle is given to you. In C part you can see a diagram in your textbook is like this, that is your x, here is your 90, so it means that is your base B, that is your altitude, and that is your C. So you can give the name as the small b in front opposite, so it should be b, it should be c, it should be a, because the side we can take in smaller, representing by smaller abc. It means you have given the name. So here the value of b is x, the value of a is 7, and the c is 15. It is given in your textbook. So the value of c is 15. Since by Pythagoras theorem, c square is equal to a square plus b square, so you need the value of b. So b square is equal to c square minus a square. So putting the values, 15 square, the value of a is 7 square. So here your simplification, 7 7s are 49, and 15 into 15, you will get 2 to 5. So subtract it. So the value of b is 176, and under root, taking under root, so 13.3 is your required result. Now coming to the D part. In D part, you can see this type of triangle is given, that is, this portion is your 90, that is your x, and that is your 6.8, and that the whole length is 9.6, and that is your 6.8. Yeah, it must be isosceles triangle because two sides are equal, and that is your, so, but you cannot take in Pythagoras theorem, because you can take only this triangle because it is 90 angle. You can take that triangle which have a 90 degree at least. So it means this will be helpful to you. For example, if you take this triangle, that is, we can say that is your hypotenuse. For example, C and x is represented by altitude A, and this portion is base B. So it means you can say that is your B, that is your A, and that is your C, and that will be equal to D. So suppose we can take in triangle ACB, you can say that the value of B we have to find. How can we find? The whole length is 9.6. We have to divide into two parts, because the perpendicular distance from the vertex B must be divided into two equal parts. So 9.6 divided by 2, so that portion is 9.6 divided by 2. You will get, you can use a calculator, that is 4 point something, that is 9.6 divided by 2. You will get 4.8. So this side is 4.8. So now you can use this, that is, the value of B is 4.8, value of A is unknown x, and the value of C is 6.8. Since by Pythagoras theorem the A square is equal to C square minus B square, so putting the values, C is 6.8, and the value of B is 4.8. After simplification, you can write as, that is your A square. So A square, you can simplify it, that is 4.8 square, you will get 4.8, that is 23.04, and 6.8, that is 46.24. so subtracted, that is your, so the value of A square is, after subtraction, you will get 23.2, but you need the value of A, therefore 23.2 under root. So the value of A is 4.82. so that is your result. Now coming to the question number 2. So in question number 2, read the statement. In question number 2, a triangle is given to you. C is 90 angle, So this triangle is given to you, that is your C, that is your 90, this box shows 90, that is your A, that is your C, and that is your base B. It is given in your textbook. So A, B, C is your triangle, in which in A part you have asked that you find the unknown, that is, suppose if A is equal to 9 and B is equal to 12, then find the third one. So you know the third one is C. So since by Pythagoras theorem C square is equal to A square plus B square, so simplify it, that is your plus 12, so the value of C square is equal to, so the value of, after simplification you will get 2 to 5, but you need the value of C, 2 to 5 under root, so the value of C is 15 centimeters. So that is your required result. Similarly, in B portion of the same triangle, if B is equal to, you can see in your textbook, B is equal to 12 and C is equal to 13. So that is your in centimeters. So that is your in meters, sorry. In your textbook that is in meter. Okay, no problem. We have to find A because third side is A, which is not given, so it means we have to find. Since by Pythagoras theorem A square is equal to C square minus B square. So putting the values, C 13 square minus the value of B is 12 square. So you will get 13169. So subtract it. That is your the given values is that is the B15. B I have written here in your textbook. The value of B is 15 and the value of B is 8, but we have written a question C part, that is the value of B is 12. Okay, we have to write again because we have to solve part B, that is 15, and the value of B is the value of A is 15 and the value of B is 8. So we have to find the value of C. So once again you have to solve, since by Pythagoras theorem the value of C square is equal to A square plus B square, no problem. By the same methodology you can solve. The value of A is 15 square plus B is 8 square, so you will get 2 to 5, so you will get the value after addition to 8, 9, so that is your C square, but you need the value of C only, so under root, so the value of C is 17 centimeters. So that is your result. Now coming to the C part, in C part we have been given that now a little bit change values in C part. You can see here the B value is 12 and this value of C is equal to 13. Okay, we have to find A. Since by Pythagoras theorem A square is equal to C square minus B square, so putting the values, 13 square minus B 12, that is square, so A square is equal to 1, that is 169, so you will get 13 minus, you will get 25 A, so under root, so the value of A is 5 centimeters. So that is your result. Now coming to the D part. So coming to the D part. In D part you can see the value of A is 7, C is 25 meter. Okay, since we have to find B, since by Pythagoras theorem B square is equal to C square minus A square, so putting the values, 25 square, that is the 7 square, that is, and 625. So the value of b is, and the value of b is, so simplify it by using calculator. 625 minus 14, you will get 576. So in this way you will get 26 centimeters. So that is your answer. Similarly, in next D part, that is your in D part, the given question in the textbook, the value of A is 7 and C is 25, that is in meters. Okay, we have to find the value of B. Okay, since by Pythagoras theorem you can say that B square is equal to C square minus A square, putting the values. So the B square 25 whole square, and this one I think 625 minus 49, this B square. So you can say, so subtract it, so you will get the value, that is 576. So you need without square, so it will become under root, so that is 26 centimeter. So the value of B is that. Similarly, in E part, maybe I have solved twice, maybe I don't have, because I am going to solve quickly. So in E part, the value of A is 40 and the C is 41 centimeter. We need the value of B. Since by Pythagoras theorem, value of B square is equal to C square minus A square, putting the values, that is 41 square minus A, 40 into square. So after simplification you will get 41 1681, and the 40 is 1600, so subtract it, you will get 81. So that is your B, that is your B square. So the value of B is 9. So 9 centimeter is your required result. Now coming to the next part, if the value of A is given 21 centimeter and the value of B is 20 centimeter, so it means the value of C is unknown. Since by Pythagoras theorem, C square is equal to A square plus B square, putting the values, 21 square, 20 square, so you will get 2 to the 400, so this one is the square, so you will get 441, so you will get under root, that is equal to 841. So the value of C is 29 centimeters. So is your required result. Now we see the F part. Now coming to the F part. So in F part, once again you can see which quantities is given. That is your I think I have done the F part, that is your now coming to the G part, because the next one is your G part. A is equal to 35 centimeter and C is equal to 37 centimeter. So we have to find the value of B, since B square is equal to C square minus A square, putting the values, that is 37 square and 35 square, that is your B square, that is your B square, then your B, it will render. So 37 square you will get 1369, and 35 you will get 1225, so subtracted you will get 144. So the value of B is 12 centimeter. So that is the result. Now coming to the H part. So in H part you can see the value of A is 11 centimeter, C is 61, C is 61. So we have to find B. Since Pythagoras theorem, B square is equal to C square minus A square, putting the value 61 square, 11 square, so that is your B square, so you will get 61 square, you will get 3, 7, 2, 1 and 1 to 1, so the value of B is after subtraction, that is 3600, so the value of B is 60 centimeter. So that is your answer. Coming to the I part, A, B, C. So in I part you can see that is A is equal to 28 centimeters and C is equal to 53 centimeters. We have to find B. Since by Pythagoras theorem, B square is equal to C square minus A square, putting the values 53 square, A 28 square, so the value of B square is equal to you will get 2809 minus 784, so the value of B is under root 2025. You will get the value of B is equal to 45 centimeter. So that is your result. Now J part, K part, both are these similar type of questions. When I left one part, most of the students complain why you have left these similar things. There is no any different things to be explained here. By the same methodology, you have a Pythagoras theorem and apply it and solve it. Similarly, that is your next part is J part. You can see here the value of A is 33 centimeter and B is 56 centimeter. We have to find that. Since by the same methodology, C square is equal to A square plus B square, putting the values, A square is equal to 33 square and the value of B is 56 square. So after simplification you will get this. So 33 square give you, by using calculator, that is 1089 plus 3136, so 4225, but the value of C is 65 centimeters, so that is your result. Similarly, K part, I part, K, L, M and N, by the same methodology, I, J, K. So your K part, A is equal to 4 centimeter, B is equal to 7 meter, 4 meter and 7 meter. So it is given to you. We have to find C. Since the value of C square is equal to A square plus B square, so now coming to the equation and putting the values here, so you will get 4 4s are 16, 49, that is your C square. C is equal to under root, and this value of C is that is your K part. So 65 under root, you will get 8.06 centimeters. So that is your result. Similarly, the I part, M part and N part can be done by the same method. Now I have to solve for you, that is your next part is O and P. I am going to solve for you, that is O part. The C is 9.4 centimeter and B A and A is 4.6. A is 4.6 and C is 9.4 centimeter. We have to find B, since B square. Putting the values, 4.6 square, so that is your B square, that is your B square, so the value of B is under root first 9.4. Use the calculator, you will get 88.36 minus 21.16, you will get 67.2, and the value of B is 8.20 centimeter. So that is your required result. Now coming to the B part. That is your P part. In P you can see the value of A is 14 centimeter, the value of B we have to find, and the value of C is 19 centimeter. Since the B square is equal to C square minus A square, so putting the values, so you will get 361 minus 196, so the value of B is 165, so the value of B is 12.8 centimeter. So that is your result. Coming to the question number 3. In question number 3, you can see in your textbook, that is, which of the following could be the length of the sides of a right angle triangle in A part? 8, 15 and then 17. Okay, first of all you have to find the square of each, that is the 8 square you will give 64, the 15 square you will get 225, and next one is 17 square, you will get 289. So you can put in Pythagoras theorem, therefore Pythagoras theorem, so in Pythagoras theorem, that is C square is equal to A square plus B square. So putting the values, you can see that if you put here C is your suppose 289, A is your 64 and B is your 225, so it means if left hand side is equal to right hand side, so they are the sides of a right angle triangle. So we have seen here that is 289 means that is you can see here that is your 64, 225, that is your AB. So if you add, so left hand side will be equal to the right hand side, so you can say that is your Pythagoras theorem is satisfied here, because 225 plus 64 you will get 289, so it means left hand side is equal to right hand side. So you can say or otherwise if you say you have the value, so you can put here for example you can say the value of A is 64, that is 8A square. If you put here 8A square plus B 15 square is equal to the C square, that is 17 whole square. So it means this equation satisfied. With the help of this, left hand side is equal to right hand side. Left hand side, because it gives the same result, left hand side is equal to right hand side. That is your answer. Similarly, other you can check the pairs. Other triples have been given to you, that is similarly in B portion you have been given 7, 25, 26. Okay, 7 square, it means 7 7s are 14. Then 25 square you will get 625. 26 square you will get 6 76. So since by Pythagoras theorem, so in Pythagoras theorem, c square is equal to a square plus b square. So you have to put the values here. If I write as, so it means that it is satisfied or not. So the plus 7 whole square. So the values you can see here, we have shift here, but when I calculated this 7 7s are 49 and 25 6 25, I add this, and it is the result doesn't left hand side is equal to right hand side. So I have checked with the help of calculator. I found that with the addition of these two, first of all, after removing the square, this is not equal to the left hand side. So it means left hand side is not equal to the right hand side. So that's why is not the sides of a equilateral triangle. So coming to the C part, the other triples you can see here. In C part, that is 9, 12, 15. So once again, 9 square you can write as 12 square you can write as, and the 15 square you can write as 225. So since by Pythagoras theorem you can write as that is your c square is equal to a square plus b square. So you have to put the values here. If I put here that is 15 square, whether it is equal to the this one or not, so I think that is maybe it will be equal. So with the help of calculator I have checked that, I have come to this conclusion that both are equal. So it means, hence, because 9 9s are 81 and 12 12s are 144, so it means 81 144, and that is 15 into 15 you will get 225. So with the help of calculator I have checked that left hand side is equal to right hand side, so that is equal. Similarly in D portion you can check. 24, 45, 51. So 51 square it will give you 2601. So 45 square you will get 2025, and 24 it will give you 576. So since by Pythagoras theorem c square is equal to a square plus b square, so the value of a, suppose I am going to put here that is 51 square is equal to a square, that is 51s, it will give you 24 square plus 45 square. I have checked, so clearly it is given that the lengths of our sides are right angle triangle, because when I simplify it, and I have seen that left hand side is equal to right hand side, because both gives the same value. Similarly in E part, (24, 26, 10). Okay, the 10 square it will give 100. 26 square it will give you 676, and 24 square it will give you 576. So it means since by Pythagoras theorem you will get c square is equal to a square plus b square. So you have to put the values. So you should try here, that is 26 square, so 24 square and 10 square. So when we check with the help of calculator, it is clearly that left hand side is equal to right hand side, because after simplification 10 to the 100, so simplify it, you will get left hand side is equal to right hand side. It means these are the lengths of a given triangle. So similarly, coming to the next part, the F part is very much by the same one. Now coming to the H part, a little bit different, that is 0.15, 0.2 and 0.25. So we have to find, that is 0.15. If you take the square of it, you will get 0.0225. So the 0.2 whole square, it will give you 0.04, and the value of 0.25 square, it will give you 0.625. Since by Pythagoras theorem c square is equal to a square plus b square, so you have to put the values in such a way that left hand side is equal to right hand side. So we have come to this conclusion. If I put here 2 whole square is equal to 0.15 whole square plus 0.2 whole square, so I will get the exact result which is at left hand side exists. So it means left hand side is equal to right hand side. So that is your result. Now coming to the edge part, edge, so your next part is your actually that part is your G part. Now your H part is 6 by 13, then 8 by 13, and then 10 by 13. So first of all you have to find the square. 6 by 13 whole square, it will give you 36 by 169, and 8 by 13 square, it will give you 169, and 864, and the last one is 10 by 13 whole square, it will give you 169, 10 tens are 100. So since by Pythagoras theorem c square is equal to a square plus b square, so putting the values, so if you have to put in such a way that left hand side is equal to right hand side, so I am going to put here, that is 36, that is 6 by 13 square plus 64, that is 8 by 13. If I take these terms on right hand side and left hand side term, 10 by 13 whole square, so when I take the, first of all I have to remove the square, then taking LCM, so it is clearly that left hand side is equal to the right hand side. So that is your result. So they are the lengths of the sides of the right angle triangle. Now coming to the I part. In I part, 75, 23, 71. So 75 square you will get 5625, and 23 whole square you will get 529, and 71 square you will get 5041. So since by Pythagoras theorem a square plus b square, so the value of c is, you can put in such a way that they are equal. So the biggest value is here 75, so I write here 75 square is equal to 23 square plus 71 square. So it is clearly that left hand side is not equal to right hand side, because 71 taking square and 23 is a big one, so it is not considerable to be equal, so it means left hand side is not equal, so they are not the sides of a right angle triangle. So that is your result. Now coming to the J part, in J part you can in J part 0.8, 0.9 and 1.2. So 0.8 taking square, so you will get 0.064, 0.9 whole square, you will get 0.081, and the 1.2 whole square you will get 1.44. So since by Pythagoras theorem c square is equal to a square plus b square, so you have to put the values in such a way that left hand side must be equal to right hand side. So I take the higher value, that is 1.2 whole square at left hand side, and right hand side 0.8 whole square, and the possibility is 0.9. So after using calculator, so it is clearly that left hand side is not equal to right hand side, so it means they are not the sides of a right angle triangle. So that is your J part. Now coming to the question number 4. In question number 4, you have been asked that calculate the value of unknown figure. In your textbook, a diagram is given like this in your textbook, and it is to be noted that is your this point, you have to find the value of x, that is your 13, and that is your 12, and it is your, now you have to find the value of x. First of all, give the name, that is your a, b and c, that is your d. In this triangle, you know, that is your 90 angle, this is also your 90 angle. So you can take the triangle. So in triangle ACBD, in triangle CBD, because two sides are known to us, I have to find this side. So in triangle CBD or CBD, that is your altitude A, that is your C, that is your base B. So in this triangle, the value of B is 12, the value of C is 13, and the value of A to be found. So since we know that A square is equal to C square minus B square, so putting the values, the value of C is 13, that is square minus B. So that is 169 minus 144. So you need the value of A. So if you need the value of without square, so you will get the values, that is 25 under root, so you will get the value of A, that is 5. So it means that value is your 5 you have calculated. So when you have the value, that one is your 5, you have to find the value of this. But it should be noted, what does it mean by these cuts? This cut mean, in your textbook these cuts are given, that is this cut is given in your textbook and this cut is given in your textbook. So it means both are the same one. This cut mean it is given in your textbook, it means this side is equal to this side, so it means two sides are equal. So you can say this is the isosceles triangle, so this side also be a 5, so you have to find. Now you can take the triangle, that is in triangle you can take A, B, D. In this triangle the value of A is 5, the here base is B, the value of B is 5, and the value of C here is your C, that is your C. So the value of C is unknown, that is x. So since you know that the C square is equal to A square plus B square, so putting the values, that is your x square, C is actually your x, so the value of A is 5 square and value of B is also 5 square, so you will get 25 plus 25, so that is your x square, that is your x square is equal to 50, but you need the value of x only. So you can see here, therefore the x square is equal to 50, so you need the value of x, that is 50 under root. So the value of x is that is equal to 7.07. So that is your result. Now coming to the next configuration. Now in 4 number question, another portion is, that is B part, in which a triangle is given to you, that like this, that is your 4, that portion and that portion, again given cut by the, so this is your x and that is your 5. So it means these two cuts are given by the textbook. It means this side is equal to this portion, this side is equal to this portion. So you can give the name to solve, because you need you should use a right angle triangle. So in triangle, for example, that is your A, B, C and D. In triangle, that is ABD. In this triangle, you know, B square is equal to C square minus A square. ABD, because two sides are known to us, that is your hypotenuse C, that is your altitude A, that is your base B. So you can find the value of this B. Putting the values, so the value of C is 5 square, A square, so you will get 25 minus 16, so that is your B square. So the value of B is under root, so 9, so the value of B is 3. So that is your 3, just you have calculated, that is your 3. So it means this side is equal to this, because in your textbook it is given that this side, these two cuts are given, so it is also your 3. So when you take the bigger triangle, now in triangle ACB, what should you do? You have to find the value of x, that is you have to find that is your x, we have to find, and in this triangle the base, the whole term is your base, that is up to this, that is your base, the small b, and that is your A. So the value of A is 4, but the base is 3 plus 3. 3 plus 3, it will give you 6, because this portion will be added with this. So the whole base, because you have taken ACB, the full triangle, you cannot take this triangle because it is not a 90 degrees, so Pythagoras theorem cannot be applied. So Pythagoras theorem can be applied only if 90 angle exists in that triangle. So it means, so since now Pythagoras theorem, C square is equal to A square plus B square. So putting the values, the value of A is this one, and the value of B is 6 square. So you C square, so C square for 4 is 16, that is 36. So the value of C square is, after simplification, you will get 52. So you don't have enough space here, so you can write here, as you can see this here. So the C square is equal to 52. So the value of that is coming to the under root. So the value of 52 can be calculated with the help of actually, what is C? Actually C is your basically C is your x, because C is your x, you are going to calculate x, you have to write here x. So it means the value of x is 7.21. So that is your required result. So it means you have calculated the B portion. So in C, another triangle is given to you. It's a very important exercise, because triangles may get confused to the students. So that's why it should be, first of all, you have to draw the triangle first. That is your triangle. Similarly, So these triangles, that is your A altitude, that is your B, for example, A, and C, that is your D, and this portion is your base, this portion is your hypotenuse C, and that is your A altitude, and that is your 12, and that is your X. Now X is basically, when you see here is your 90 angle, that is your altitude, that is your base, that is your C. So it means hypotenuse we are treating as C, and base with B, and altitude with A. So this is your given condition. Now you have to find the value of X, but it is possible if I can that is your C part. If I find the value of A, then it is possible because it is your unknown. But if you see in your textbook, two cuts have been given. One cut is here, that is with the help of green, and one cut is here. This cut is very important. It means this side is equal to this cut. These two cuts are given in your textbook. Other cuts I have written here, that is your C, that is your X. It is due to our own calculation, but in your textbook these two cuts represent very important information, that is these two sides are equal, that is they are isosceles triangle. So it means it means if you able to find this side, you can also find the same result. So if you take this triangle, are you having here you have 12 values. So what should you do? You should take first of all, that is in triangle DCB. It is given that altitude, that is altitude is equal to the base, that is altitude is equal to the base. Therefore if you need the value of C, which is unknown, since C square is equal to A square plus B square, but you know A is equal to B, so you can put here B square plus B square because altitude and base are equal, so you can put here as a B, so it will give you 2. So the value of 2B square is equal to C square. So you have to solve further. What is the value of C? You know, in C portion in your textbook, what is the value of this? Here you know the value is given in your textbook, that is 12. So here you have 12. So you can see here 12 whole square is equal to 2B square. So 144 2B square, but you need the value of B square, so 144 divided by 2, so the value of is 7 and 2, but you need the value of B 7 to under root. So after taking under root you will get the height, that is the value of B is for example you under root 72, you will get 6 under root 2, that is 6 under root 2, or in decimal form you will get 8.48. so that is your B portion. So when you find the B, it means A is also the same one, A is also the same one, so it means now you can find the value of C, this one X unknown, because this side must be needed to find this side, because here base have 12 but this side is unknown. With the help of these two given values I can find the values of A. Now A and B known to us, C can easily be found. Now in triangle, now you can see here, now you can consider, now in triangle ADB, C square is equal to A square plus B square, that is your X. Actually C is your X. The value of A is just you have calculated, that is 6 under root 2 square plus the value of B is 12 whole square. So the value of X square is that is your plus 144. So that is your 6 6 is 36 multiplied by 2, because root sign will be cancelled, so you will get 144. So here x value is like this, multiplied 6 2s are 12, 3 2 is 6 and 7. So after adding and simplification, you will get the result. For example, you can say that is your approximately 216, and it will give you the value of x, that is 14.7. so that is your result, that is your answer. Similarly, coming to the D portion, in D portion, you can see another triangle just like this. You can see here that is a 90. So this cut is given in your textbook, that is this cut and this cut. It means this portion is equal to this one, but the diagram is not drawn nicely, so we can easily conclude that this side is equal to this one. So you have to extend the length that it looks that both are equal. This portion is equal to this portion. So okay, now it means this we can say that this cut in given you in textbook, this cut is equal to this one, this portion. So it means it is very much necessary points which you must know. Those who don't know these points, these cuts, that's why they get confused. They don't have the ability to solve these questions. So it means, so that is your 90 angle. Now you have to find the here in your textbook it is given. Okay, now that is your A, B and C, that is your D. So it means the whole this one distance is and this one is 12 and 13. So you have to find that in triangle that is ACB, ACB in full triangle, you can say that is that is your base, that is your base, and that is your perpendicular, and that is your known to you, that is C square is equal to the, but you need the value of this one B, you need the value of B square. So B square is equal to C square minus A square. So putting the values, B square you will get that is C, the value of C is that is 12 and 13, that is your 13 square minus a 12 square, you will get 169 minus 144, that is your B square. So subtracted you will get 25, so the value of B is 25 under root 5. So the value of B is 5. So it means this one is your is 5, but you only this one is your 5, but you don't need full 5 because this one is your 5. But how much this one, because these both are equal, so it means 5 divided by 2, you will get 2.5 only for this side. So now you taking the triangle, now in triangle, because you have to find this value x, you take this triangle that is your BCD. In this triangle, that is your altitude A, that is your C, that is your B. So here A is equal to 12, B is equal to 2.5, and C is equal to x. We have to find that. Then since C square is equal to A square plus B square by Pythagoras theorem, so putting the values, 12 square plus B 2.5 square, so that is your x, that is your x square. So you can see here we don't have enough space there. You can see here, So it means the value of x square is equal to 144 plus, you can see here, that is 144 2.5 square, that is, it will give you 6.25. so after adding you will get 150.25, that is your x square, but you need the value of x, 150.25 under root, so the value of x is 12.3. so that is your result. Now coming to the E part. In E part, in your textbook, a diagram is given to you, that is, you can see so this portion is 5, that is your 90, and this portion is 12, and that is your 13, and we have to find this portion. No cuts have been given to us, so it means that is your given configuration. You have to give the name, that is your A, B, C, that is your, that means that is your D. Okay, now you have to take triangle, that is, in triangle ACD, you take a little this triangle, that is ACD, because with the help of these two sides are known to us, I have to find this side. So that is your B, that is your C, that is your A altitude. So A is 5, C is 13, B we have to find, since by Pythagoras theorem B square is equal to A square C square minus A square. Putting the values, C is 13, A is 5, that is your B square, B is equal to 13, 16925 under root. So the value of B is, that is 144 under root, that is, it will give you 12. So it means the value of B is 12. It means that side is calculated, that is your 12. So with the help of this side, now it is full base we have calculated. So it means when you take the bigger triangle, that is in triangle ACB, the altitude, that is A, is equal to 12 plus 5, because the whole length, that is equal to 12 and that portion is 5, it will give you 17. So the value of A is 17 and the value of B is 12, and we have to find C, that is we have to find C, that is your X, and we have to find this. So since by Pythagoras theorem C square is equal to A square plus B square, so putting the values, so the value of A is 17 square and the value of B is 12 square. So simplify it, you don't have enough space there, okay, you can solve here. That is C square is equal to 17 into 17, you will get that is 17 into 17, 17 into 17, you will get 289. So 289 plus 144, you will get C square, plus 144, you will get 433, but you need, actually C is your X square is equal to, therefore 433 under root. So the value of X is that is it will give you 20.8. so value of X is 20.8. so that is your result. So with the help of Almighty God, we have completed part number 1 of this exercise. So that is your part number 1. So next we have to discuss part number 2. So thanks a lot. Thank you for watching.